another Cooking Creations. This is Chef Brandon, Executive Chef for Four Winds Casino. I'm here today with Chef Dustin, the Edgewater Chef. Chef, tell us a little about yourself. How long have you been with Four Winds?
I've been with Four Winds going on 13 years now. I started in our stewarding department.
Nice.
I spent a brief stint under you in Hard Rock Cafe and just moved around and moved up ever since.
You've been doing a great job too, Chef.
I appreciate it, Chef.
Absolutely. What are you going to whip up for us today, my man?
Today we're going to do a classic potato gnocchi with a brown butter sage.
Awesome. I like classic gnocchi. What is a gnocchi? Can you give us a quick description?
It's kind of like a potato dumpling.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Really light. We're going to fry it up, so light, crispy.
Nice. A little potato, a little pasta.
Got a little cheese, some good stuff.
All right, let's get rolling. We'll go through the ingredients. All right, walk us through the next step, Chef.
All right, so these potatoes, they've been cooking for about an hour at 400 degrees. We feel them, they're nice. They have a firmness, but a softness to
Yeah,
them.
I see it. Okay, nice and tender.
These have been cooling for a couple minutes at this point. But what you want to do is you want to cut them in half, just to make sure. We're trying to get these down to a handleable temp.
Okay.
You don't want to burn yourself. So this will let some steam, some moisture, and some heat out. I recommend cutting them in half when you get to this point, letting them rest for about 3 or 4 minutes. All right, the next step, we're gonna scoop the flesh out of the potato.
Okay.
We want all this beautiful fluffy stuff, but none of this.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right, our next step is gonna be, we're gonna rice the potatoes.
Oh, okay.
I have right here is a ricer.
Nice.
You can find these on Amazon in your local kitchen supply.
Okay. Those are pretty cool, though. I like that.
It's like a giant garlic press.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Let's see it. Let's see it.
So the trick with these is you don't want to overfill them too much.
Okay.
So we're gonna go about a little over halfway full. And with firm, steady pressure, we're gonna rice the potatoes.
Looks like Play-Doh to me.
Look at that beautiful rice potato.
Look at that.
Get it nice and uniform. I have 4 ounces of flour. I'm gonna shift over top.
Nice.
This just gets the lumps out and make sure the flour is even throughout the potatoes. And we're gonna come through with about a quarter teaspoon of salt. Just to get a little season in there. It's a little light on salt for that amount of potatoes, but we're also gonna be adding a quarter cup of Parmesan cheese. Then we have our nice, beautiful room temperature beaten egg.
Some huevos.
Some huevos, yeah. Then we're gonna go just across it. All right, now we get to the fun part. We're gonna eventually use our hands, but we're gonna start by cutting in the egg, get the ingredients kinda homogenized, and finish up with our hands. I like to start from the outside and scrape the flour, potatoes, egg, everything into the center. And we're just gonna chop it up. All right, so as you can see now, we're starting to get a crumbly, shaggy-like dough. I'm gonna bring everything together. And one trick is, when you're working with doughs or pastas, to keep a little flour on hand. You have stuff sticking. We're just gonna knead it till we got a nice loose, not loose, so we got a nice tacky.
Yeah, tacky is the right word.
The thing with gnocchi is we don't want to overwork it. The more gluten we build up from kneading the flour, the tougher they're going to be, and we want these to be nice and light and pillowy.
Yeah, pillow.
So I'm going to call this ready to go.
Let's rock and roll, Chef. Let's show us how to make us some gnocchi now.
All right. Well, this is the fun part. I know it can be scary for some people, but it's easy. These don't have to be perfect.
Okay.
We're gonna start slow and do our best on these when you're learning at home.
Practice makes perfect.
So what I like to do, you can divide this into about 6 even pieces,
Okay.
but like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm just gonna cut a chunk off. We're looking for about a half inch ropes. We're gonna start in the middle and just slowly roll the gnocchi out. All right, that's about the size we're looking for.
Yeah.
We want to cut these. You can do it as big or small as you want. These will expand when you cook them.
Okay.
I like to do about 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
I'll take this little tip off, and we're just going to cut about 3/4 of an inch. Come in with a little flour so these guys don't stick to each other. And we can move them onto a prepared pan. Then you just rinse and repeat with the rest of the dough.
All right, we'll finish it up. We'll be right back at you.
Now's the fun part. We're gonna make our brown butter with sage. So this is roughly 4 ounces. This might be a lot for what we're doing for one dish. Maybe 2 to 3 ounces per portion. All right, add sage to it. Stems and everything's okay. A lot of flavor in stems. And the point of this is to burn the butter. We don't want to crowd this pan too much so the gnocchi have plenty of room to cook. All right, we got all our gnocchi in there, plenty of room. We want to let this sit and cook undisturbed for about 2 minutes or until golden brown on the bottom. I'll probably check it in roughly a minute. All right, so now we got our beautiful fried gnocchi. We're gonna garnish and we're gonna eat.
Oh,
nice and simple.
favorite part.
Fried sage leaves from the cooking process. Perfectly edible, very tasty, nice and crunchy.
Get nice and crisp in there. Yeah, I like that.
So we're gonna go a couple of those on top. We didn't make brown butter for nothing, so we're gonna come in with a little bit of brown butter.
Oh yeah. So that brown butter will bring like almost like a nutty flavor to your dish. So I love a little brown butter in there.
And we're gonna come in and finish with everyone's favorite, some nice shredded Parmesan.
Yeah, queso.
And there you have it. We have gnocchi with sage and brown butter.
Great job, Chef. All right, I'm gonna have to try this. All right, here we go, Chef. I'm gonna try this out now.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that crust. The crust on the outside, the fluffy inside, that brown butter. Chef, great job.
Thank you, Chef.
Oh wow, you've done it, man.
It's the textures. It's crunchy, it's soft,
It really
it's chewy,
You got that
light and pillowy.
Yeah, the nutty butter with that salty cheese and Chef, you did it, bro.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, my man. Glad you could make it with us, man. I'm glad you could be on this cooking creation episode. From our kitchens to yours, enjoy.